If you look at the map in terms of natural gas fields, uh, Israel has a number of gas and fields, etc., offshore. And there's a big one offshore of Gaza. So if Israel can completely take over Gaza and throw the Palestinians out, expel them, then Israel could develop those gas fields and make a lot of money from that. So yes, I agree. When you point to various aspects of hydrocarbons in the Middle East, oil uh, and natural gas, you're looking at key geopolitics, key objectives of various geopolitical uh, objectives by various countries, whether it's the United States to have some of their folks control oil and gas, or whether it's Russia or China. China's imports a lot of petroleum hydrocarbons from the Persian Gulf region. So on both sides of the Persian Gulf, the Iran side and the UAE and Saudi, etc. So China has a huge stake in the stability of the Middle East. Russia, being friendly with Iran and wanting to conduct a lot of trade and investments with Iran, also has a huge stake in stability in the Middle East. Interestingly, China was able recently to get Iran and Saudi Arabia to sort of begin to defrost their relationship. And so that is important, because if Iran and Saudi Arabia and Gulf countries, United Arab Emirates and Oman, all the countries around the Persian Gulf that you mentioned, if those countries can get along better, with Qatar as well, if those countries can get along better, they can actually have their own security arrangements for the Persian Gulf oil and Persian Gulf itself, not go to war with each other, and try to cooperate on economics. So that's something that, of course, the United States doesn't want to see. NATO doesn't want to see that. As you mentioned, from a Western point of view, it's much better to stir the pot out in the Middle East and play balance of power games, et cetera, et cetera. So on the other hand, China and Russia are more powerful now than they were 10, 20 years ago. The United States is weaker in a way, relatively, than it was 10 or 20 years ago. So in the global South, Africa, Latin America, etc., are stronger and aligning a bit more with Russia and China. Therefore, this current catastrophic situation in the Middle East, the Gaza thing, affects all these countries. 140, 150 countries are concerned about this, Muslim countries and non-Muslim countries. So indeed, the ways that the pipelines operate, the way that the gas and oil fields offshore are situated. There was also a plan for Israel to kind of dig a canal. Sounds a little odd, but we have the Suez Canal, which is in Egypt, being so important. There was this kind of scheme to create a canal from the Red Sea through Israel and out to the Mediterranean to bypass the Suez. So you're exactly right. There are major hydrocarbon considerations